What's going on, guys? I'm Tyler.
I'm Edgar with BrakeBank.
Yeah, we're from BrakeBank. We are BrakeBank. So this is the introduction to my build series. I'm gonna preface by saying, while we were filming these videos, we started in our old shop. Past couple months, you can say they were hectic, but
crazy.
They've been a crazy past couple months. We had a transition with the move, and I was in the middle of putting the car together. Thankfully, got to move into this beautiful shop we're in now. So, yeah.
So yeah, it's been a crazy process. You'll notice throughout the series that we moved shops, and unfortunately, because of the move, we weren't able to get a lot of the process down. But you'll notice at least the nuts and bolts of everything when it comes to the engine, when it comes to putting it all together.
You'll see a lot of the components I have in the car, between the engine. You'll see a little bit with wiring, bits and pieces of suspension, brakes. Unfortunately, we weren't able to film everything, but we tried our best, so we hope you like it.
I'm sure you'll enjoy it.
Yeah, you guys, you will like this.
You will like it. Like it. Subscribe. Comment. So without further ado, man, check it out.
This is my build series. What's going on, guys? It's Tyler. We're here at the vault. Today we have a really big surprise for you. We are starting a brand new build series where I'm going to be walking you through all the nuts and bolts of my personal dream build. But first, let's go pick it up from paint. Here at the paint shop. This is my good friend Javier. He's the one who painted the car. He did all the work. He did an amazing job. If you want to check out some more of his work, go check it out at Lisandro.Galvez on Instagram, and that's where you can see most of his work. Thank you again. Okay. I appreciate it, friend. So I finally got the car back in the shop, and I'm gonna run you through some of the skeleton work. First off, I have this front bash bar, fully custom made. I incorporated taco gussets, and I also made some position light mounting brackets. So the reason I did this was in case my front bumper were to fly off, my front position lights can stay attached to the tube front, and it's not gonna rip my wiring going to the position lights out. So next up, I have a fully custom, fully removable tube front end. It was made by Bell Raceworks. It comes apart in 3 separate pieces. So I have my radiator support that comes off in one piece, and then on each side comes off separately. So unfortunately, due to the tube front, I had to sacrifice having power pop-up headlights. So to combat that, I made a 3-position bracket. Fully closed, fully open, and the 3-finger JDM Sleepy Eye. So I wanted to do something a little bit different with this front end. And with the help of Bryce Builds, we came up with an awesome design for fully removable tubs. I used a bead roller to make the design and offset the metal, and then I used these quarter-turn Zeus fasteners to easily remove and install the tubs when I need to do work to the engine or suspension. So a big problem with these older Nissans is all the seams of the car are held together with a few spot welds and a bunch of seam sealing. So to make it more rigid, you stitch weld all the seams, and I've done just that. throughout the whole entire car. So moving on to the interior, the cage was made by Bell Raceworks, but you can't have a race car without gussets, and boy did I add a ton of them. So the purpose of a gusset is to tie the roll cage to the chassis. And typically, when you see this, it's a small section on the A-pillar and possibly on the main hoop. But as you can see, I made a full plate covering the entirety of the front of the A-pillar and also the complete underside of the A-pillar, tying into the main hoop structure. So on this chassis, I will be running a full pedal box assembly. So I thought ahead before paint and I made some brackets to mount the pedal box assembly. I also will be running the stock ignition switch. So I made a bracket for the ignition switch to sit on. So with my setup, I'm going to be using a CD09 transmission. With the CD09, the shifter sits a lot further back than the factory shifter does. So I made a custom plate for the shifter to sit in, covering the factory shifter hole as well. So some of you might be wondering why I have a gaping hole in my trunk. I can tell you it's not for a spare tire. I'm going to be running a full radium fuel cell with an aluminum plate to mount it to the car. So that about covers all the fab work done to my chassis. Throughout this build series, I will be taking you through my engine and drivetrain, fuel systems, cooling systems, wiring, my braking systems, and even suspension. So that about does it. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe to stay up to date on how my dream build comes together. Thanks for watching, and see you next time.